Hello once again. Um, this is after 3 months of trading with the UI trading. I kind of like make a conclusion after this period of time. What I need to tell you is I didn't do a second week review or posting anything because there were no changes. The market was just going down. Um, Strangely, it's something that I said that I'm expecting to go down, but I don't use this bot for predicting markets. It's just averaging kind of DCA and nothing else. So what is important? Yes, the price went down and the bot continued buying. It bought up to um, 4 orders in total. The strategy is expected, of course, to wait up to 9 or 10 orders in total. Um, so right now we are in a halfway of it. I have put mostly 10 orders because on my testing um, that was the maximum of buying positions ever down from 2020 up to now. So it kind of the idea is that if that repeats, it collects all the new dips down below to create the average. The last price is something close to 3,800 for the, I think it was for the future, yeah, for the spot and for the futures. It's also similar. Now, where we are standing, our average price is somewhere to 4,267, 4,269. Both of these bots that are now running for more than 38 days have the same conditions. The only change is that in the beginning, I was testing with automated and UTR signals, but after two buyings, so after these two first buyings, now I have brought back to mostly using the RSI indicators and the automatic other indicators, not the UTR signals. Why is that? Because if you can remember, by using the UTR signals, I don't know why, but Binance is not showing the position order history for some reason. And what's the reason? I have no clue. Oh, yeah. So it bought here in the first order out of four. It was using automatic position signals, and I think used MACD to enter here, which it was. If it was a trend that would never stop, it was perfect. But I usually use the RSI. And then I thought, okay, let's try again the UTR signals. And in the UTR signals, it bought here somewhere instead of buying down below here. So here the price were very, very down. It should have bought here. Probably if it would have bought here somewhere, it could been sold around here. And so these two buyings were not in a good order. So I said, okay, I'm not testing anymore with those UTR signals or automated initial entries. So I changed that to mostly RSI. And then the two new buyings coming from RSI. So here, these two buyings were so high, we were not able to sell even when the price went here. With the RSI, the buying would have happened mostly here, the first one, and probably, yeah, not any other here. So we could have sell at around here somewhere with a 5% profit. And then the third buy from the RSI now, it was much better. So here it bought when the RSI went closed down, and then it bought again when it was up to now the lowest price at 386 something. So what I'm trying to say is that the UTR signals, their own signals, was a bit late for my strategy, and their automatic entries for the initial buy was again a bit late. It used MACD but the trend MACD is mostly to continue the trend. The trend didn't continue, and we had bad entries. Now we are trying with these two new buys to decrease the price and bring it to an average, but um, if we go to the futures, we can see that um, um, we are close now to the average price, but of course we need the 5% to sell. So here is the last buy, and here is the two last buys. So what's important? Strangely, again, even though I have this profit in Binance, when you go to your profile here, you see nothing. And if nothing at all, at least for the monthly API or even APY, yeah, maybe monthly it makes sense because it's not yearly. Okay, yeah, it's right to have a zero because there were no sellings. So to grab some conclusions, I will need to go to my notes app and read this. So after 3 months, what are positive? The good thing is if you buy the UGAS that you are trading using, it never expires. I have bought it very old time ago and it's still there. And it only used when you open positions, not when you sell. It's good to use the app when you have a big network of people, so you can work around with 10, 100, maybe even thousands, because all of them can give you commission when they buy your gas, and then you can profit from that. So kind of your gas, even you can withdraw those money um, on your brokerage account. The good thing again is you can automate strategies partially by using these indicators, especially for entering. They are not having yet for selling, something I suggested them to do, but at least you can use some of them for entering. And as you saw with the RSI effect indicator, there were some good entries, I would say. Negative, I haven't seen any proof of profits. There are these 3000 APY percentage of returns of these investments, but they are nowhere documented. You don't see in any brokerage accounts. I'm talking about this. So, for example, you choose Bitcoin and want some of the strategies here, it's even higher, 4,000. But if there are people that are having 4,000 APY per year, they should have been visible somewhere, right? You could see on the maybe leading trading in Binance or in Bybit. I haven't seen any of them and becoming famous, even internet or whatever, because somebody who has this, it's really gaining some interests, and it should have become visible in the other apps from other people's. So you have quite high amount of percentage. Secondly, if that is true, and also if your trading team themselves are so convinced on those results and they provide also signals on their own, then you have to think about it. Why would they need to develop an app for other people to earn via commissioning and everything? Because if they are so good at that, then they could do it themselves, right? They could compound and multiply their own money and become a big company, whatever, where you don't need the app for other people. You can just use the existing brokerage account, so you don't have to sit and spend your time developing something new when you just can utilize all the other apps already existing and earn from that. And you can then maybe also make it public so other people invest in you, and you use those money to multiply and multiply, etc. So kind of doesn't make sense on the source of the app on the background why it's allowed. So in conclusion, I would say that it can help you to automate strategies, so the bot can do trades when you're sleeping or when you have holidays or even people who are at work. But of course, so you can concentrate, in more important things that you would consider, and you are not a guy who stands all the day in the screen and do the trades. But the thing is, you will need to have a strategy for that. You will need to find a way on your own to create a strategy that works well, so then you can put it and run in the app. So um, I would say it's not so worthwhile if you don't have somebody there who is making good trades and good strategies. Um, then yeah, it's a way for you to trade while you're sleeping, but not if you're not so sure on your own strategies that you know, or you follow somebody else. Their own signals and their own new trading strategies. So you put on Automate, they have this AI decisions for trading. So you just choose one and you leave it to the AI. Based on what you see here, the percentage is so high, the question mark comes from the previous doubt is, if they are so profitable, where are those profits? And why they don't use it themselves and create their own company to bring more money and no need to utilize through via a different system where they need to work with all the bugs and developing and everything else. So in general, it's positive if you have a strategy or you find somebody to follow the strategies. And in the other hand, I can't say that those other tools and utilities of the app will become beneficial for you um, in short or even long term. Okay, so I will still keep my strategies running, and I might bring maybe videos after 1 month, and hopefully I go to 6 months and let you know what happens. One decision that I'm making is that I will not be using anymore the futures. I want really to also go to sleep and sleep well and not think, will the liquidation come or not, even though I'm only using 2x. So on the new bots running, I will only run either the future with 1x, so no leverage in it, or just spots. If there are people who follow me and want to use futures on their side, I can do that, but it's not beneficial, because if you have futures with on 1x and you only go long, then it's similar to just using spot and you don't need to mix it up. Okay, so that's it, guys. Still, if you want to watch this robot running, I will be using it more. We had no materialized losses whatsoever up to this moment, and I think you see here the profit. Yeah, the only losses is when I did some bots stopping or bots accidentally running, but they are very small. The other part of it, it's still running well, I would say.